Hi, I'm Cody.
And I'm Charlie.
And this week on WX4, we go to Hatch Camp.
Go to the roof. What we got? See, they got things to climb on.
What?
See, there's goats. Up on the thing, see? What's up, Holmes?
Oh, you came too?
Man.
Well, hell. I guess I'll walk y'all down there. Y'all can start getting set up, and I'll go get all like fishing gear and stuff. So yeah, just follow me.
Got me a pic.
Yeah.
You're really doing this, and Rex really is here. So, but this is a micro set. We got the real close together.
Uncomfortably close.
No, that never was a good title of the show. Hatch Cam. Hatch Cam. Didn't have to bring my amp. Just take the camera stands and we'll have your old rotate.
Dude, my old road case. Holy
Yeah.
Still has a Dove Conscious sticker on it.
Yeah.
All right, Scott. Well, we are.
What are we doing?
We're here.
We're here.
We're at the studio?
Welcome to Hatch Camp.
Welcome to
We're at the
Hatch Camp.
studio. We moved the studio to Clayton,
The
Georgia.
studio. Rex came with us.
Rex came.
Don't knock it off.
Laser came.
Laser.
The laser.
Major
But-
Laser Blazer.
No time for this. We've been fishing.
We have been fishing. We caught a
I've been
couple.
fishing.
We're gonna catch
I
some
haven't
more.
been.
Dude,
Fishing.
this is incredible.
Well, we got
Yeah.
Charlie fishing so far. We'll get all the other boys in there too today. That's what we do here at Hatch Camp.
All right, so tell us, what's your, like, if somebody was like, what is Hatch Camp? And there's 2 microphones. Tell us. We're here. We're now. This was a concept months ago, but here we are.
Totally. So when I moved up here, I started fly fishing up in Clayton, and when we made a human, and I had to find a place to put the human.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yes.
I got it now.
And so we found this piece of property, and I immediately saw campground stage, guided fly fishing lessons, art and farm gardens and all kinds of stuff.
And you're gonna show us all this.
Yeah,
stuff,
we're gonna
right?
walk around
And
and
the
go
trail
see
of
stuff.
keyboards and car parts.
Though that's the electronics museum. There's also a boot.
Yeah.
Did you see the boot museum yet?
I saw some of the
I
boot
haven't seen
museum.
it.
And then
Any of
there's a
this.
trophy room.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, well, there's some other stuff too. I'll have to remember.
So,
Mermaid
we're gonna
Beach.
go on a tour.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit the beach.
We're gonna hit the beach.
So
Get some sun with
explain
some
what
bros.
what we did just behind us. We just caught a fish. Or what's your friend's name?
Ben.
Ben just caught
He's
a
one
fish.
of Ben Finley's one of my assistant guides here. He helps me out in guiding people, getting people to learn how to fly fish and how to actually. There's one thing about hooking them, then you got to get them to the net. As we'll see, getting into the net cannot be as easy as it seems, because you can't horse a fish on a fly fish rod, because we're using like 1 2-pound test, and that was a 2-pound plus fish probably.
Yeah, that was.
You know.
It was big.
So, you know, in fly fishing, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of little things you have to do to present the fly. Because in fly fishing, we're trying to tie imitations of the actual insects that are in the water with thread and feathers and
It's
felt
I
an
didn't
and
art.
all
realize
that
that.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
actually
They-
just
yeah,
supposed to be an
people, they-
insect.
Yeah.
To the fish.
They
Yeah.
take pride in how
So-
Yeah, like
they
a
make
bug.
them.
the hatch camp comes from match the hatch, and what we're trying to do is match the bugs that are hatching in the water.
Oh.
You know, so we'll go out here and flip rocks, and we'll see all these little larvae of mayflies and stoneflies and like dragonflies and stuff. And it's those larvae that are coming out from eggs under rocks that the trout are really keyed on. when you see trout hitting the top of the water, that's when those bugs have actually gotten to the surface, grown wings, and are ready to fly away.
Gotcha.
You know, so we'll have like the whole like metamorphosis of the bug coming from like fresh out the egg to starting to grow legs.
In your tackle
starting
box.
to grow wings. Yeah.
You can like
Fly
boop, boop, boop,
box.
boop.
Fly box.
In your fly box.
Yes.
He had to bring the ray gun.
Well, and
Sorry.
well, so
I'll
there,
use
there's
it on
lots
you.
of like the bait caster terminology in
Uh-huh.
fishing is kind of offensive to fly fishing for some dumb
Okay.
reason.
Okay.
You know, like
I
you're
see
talking
it.
like a bobber is actually an indicator,
Okay.
and your what you
Oh.
fish with is a rod,
It's almost like
not a pole.
sailing versus motorboating,
Yeah,
you know, or
Well,
like officers versus.
maybe because like there's some real snotty sailors,
Yeah, there
like
can
like
be.
the like U.S. Cup or whatever guys.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
So
Ralph Polo Lauren.
Mhm, definitely.
When you give lessons, is it usually just you, or do you and Ben do it together?
It
most
really
of the time,
depends. So I mean, lessons are actually like one of the it's really guided trips where we like will gear people up, whatever you need, boots, waders,
So I could show
rods,
up with nothing,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have
and
it all.
we'll have it all for you.
I
And,
got nothing.
And then if you've never held one in your hand before, we'll get you out here. I kind of give you the whole speech about why we do this with the insects and the matching the hatch, and you know, and then get you out and teach you a few different casts, and then get you in the water and start trying to hit spots where we think fish are going to be. And that's a whole other part of fly fishing, is like reading the water and knowing what habitat trout like to be in.
Right.
You know, like
What kind of fish is it? Is it just trout or?
I mean, there's
Frequency
3 different
of it.
species of trout in here. We have rainbow trout, brown trout, and brook trout. And then there's a bunch of other more like bait fish type stuff, like horny heads, chubs, war paint shiners,
War
minnows,
paint shiners.
We haven't
What
seen
a great
those.
name.
sculpins.
Yeah.
He
What's
caught a
your-
chub earlier, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
the
thought I heard
chubs
you say
and
chub.
like a chub or a horny head are kind of the same thing. They start growing like 8, 10, 12 horns out of the top of their head, and they're like look all crazy. You'll have to put a picture right here of them.
Also show a war paint shiner.
A war paint shiner, yeah. They look like a minnow with like they have like orange slashes or red or crazy on their gills. It looks like they have war paint on.
I like red.
War paint shiners.
That's my
That's
favorite.
like an album record.
Yeah, but then also we have concerts and events out here. Like we have a little stage, and we have, I mean, we've had Grammy-nominated artists play out here, and like coming up in August, we have a whole day of women performers we're gonna do, and then October, what?
When is that?
August 3rd is the Women's Folk Fair, and we'll have like 20-some folk artists and vendors and food trucks and camping, and we do this quarterly. We do like a May, August, October, December.
Yeah.
And we'll have music all day with vendors, and it's pretty
great.
awesome. But then, you know, twice a month we just have like 2 or 3 acts in the evening on a Saturday night, and BYO whatever, and
We
people
just-
camp and hang
We
out.
just did Adam Klein.
Yep.
We just did his episode
Mhm.
last night, and he said that he's playing up here.
He's
Come
playing
out.
up here June 1st, I think. June 1st or 2nd. I think it's
Okay.
the 1st.
Okay.
You can look on Google.
Yeah.
He said the
Okay,
same
can
thing.
we now go on our nature?
Really?
Yeah, you said that.
Ask Jeeves?
Yeah,
Is that how I went with it?
pretty much.
You can ask Jeeves.
All right, so what are we about to do?
We're gonna
What-
go
what
on
are we
a
doing?
Property Nature Wonderland musical tour hike.
All right.
Wonderland.
That's right. We're going to go explore the wonders that is
And
hatch
then we're
camp.
gonna hit the beaches.
And then we're going to hit the beach with some sick bros. And catch
All
more
right.
fish, hopefully.
Okay.
All right, so on to the next
On
segment.
to the mobile. Air mobile, right? Right.
Because if you set the hook up, you're going to pull it right out of their mouth. And if you set the hook up, you're going to end up what I just did
Okay,
up
so
in the tree. So you're going to set low and downstream, and by setting the hook, I want you to like pop, you know? Like I want you to like get good.
So if I feel
What's
caught-
that?
Oh,
What are you guys doing here?
what?
What are you doing here?
I live here, man.
You don't live here, I live here.
No, you got a lot of property then, brother.
Well, we're at Hatch Camp.
That's good.
Did you know? Well,
No.
maybe we could test our theory, which is beautiful violin music attracts fish
Oh,
or
give it a
trout,
shot.
especially trout.
Let's try.
So, could
Trout
you
ballad number
indulge
3.
us,
That's
please?
C sharp minor.
Okay.
Alright, here, so come grab this. I'm gonna keep this line on this right here. Take it one step.
I got one!
Dude.
Look!
Ben, you have to look at this thing.
I got a fish! And I didn't even mean to. Oh, I killed it. So over you, don't tell me that I'm losing. Well, I'm over you, so over you, don't tell me that I'm losing. I'm giving off a life. 'Cause I'm holding on to life. If I could just survive, I'd ride off into the night.
Bill swimming at the beach? Yeah. There's an old man in the swimming hole right now if you want to see that.
Let's get on with the swimming hole, guys.
Alright, so we're done. And I am exhausted.
What is your problem?
We had a great day of fishing, and you're tired.
You're tired from being
Yes,
outside for like
I'm
a couple
tired.
I
hours?
mean, it was the most
Sorry.
relaxing day. I played guitar in a river,
Yeah.
sitting in a chair with my feet.
I am so ready for a shower.
Our problems went downriver. I don't have any problems anymore.
Yeah.
They're
I know, it
downriver.
was a wonderful day. And
Heck yeah.
I will have to say it's probably the second or third time I had fun fishing. So
Well,
congratulations.
Good, awesome.
well,
It was
yeah.
fun. We had a good time.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Scott Lowe, for having us
Yeah.
at your
Y'all come find
hatch
us.
camp. Now,
Yeah.
tell them where they can find you.
On
at Hatch Camp.
Facebook and Instagram, I think they're both Hatch Camp and Our Farm. I don't know. You can Google it. But yeah, come see us. We got concerts twice a month, and fly fishing, and camping, and families, and happiness, and fun.
You heard that.
And beauty and nature and trails and
So you're gonna play a song before we get out of here, right where you're standing.
That's right.
Any idea what that's gonna be?
Nope. We'll figure it out in a second.
All right. Well, up next is his performance of note. We're gonna find out in a second. Next week, same place, same time.
maybe it's in tune.
She said she can't paint in color like she sees them all the same. Even when she painted her brother, he was all black and white, blue and gray. He says he never leaves his house, trapped up inside some losing game, trying to remember his name, like she saw a face in a frame. Well, the many roads lead somewhere, and the crimson sky's still red. Well, the times we laid, the times we stained, lead us back back to the river again. And the ocean's answer to no one, and a Cadillac don't mean a thing. Well, the times we laid, the times we stand, lead us back to the river again. Lead us back to the river again. Lead us back to that river again. She said she never knew his name. He was just a face without a frame. He never had a chance or knew that she wanted to have that dance on. She went in, she pushed him out. Not that she could ever be blamed on. He's just a worthless sack of nothing. Somebody said we're all the same. Well, the many roads lead somewhere, and the crimson sky's still red. Well, the times we lay, the times we stand, lead us back to the river again. And the ocean's answer to no one, and a Cadillac don't mean a thing. Well, the times we lay, the times we stand, lead us back to the river again. Lead us back to that river again. Lead us back to the river again. When you give yourself the rights, when you give into that fight, there's someone out there wishing to make you a home tonight. Take us back to that river again.